Thank you for staying with us on TVC Breakfast. To the papers now, and we're starting off with Platform Times, leading with insecurity killings, as the paper says this may trigger scarcity of husbands in the southeast. That's according to a commission. Other reports on the front page of the Platform Times say peace prevails in Egbaland as Alake Oshile resolve differences. Gunshots erupt as traditionalist kingmakers clash over dual kingship in Osun State. First Lady calls for capital punishment for kidnappers. Police burst baby factory in Aba, rescuing 16 pregnant women and 8 children. Emmanuel.
All right, now we'll move on to Saturday Telegraph, and the big story there says Buhari's ministers, others returning stolen funds secretly. And that's presidency sources. They are talking. Many pleaded to return loot rather than face prosecution as probe continues. More stories on the front page of Saturday Telegraph this morning. Tinubu recovering looted funds quietly, sacking culprits. And also NSA, EFCC, others need to talk. PDP, they are talking. And government should punish those involved. Labour Party reacting to that particular development. On the siege after Kaduna Borno abductions, bandits killed 20 in Benue. Quite pathetic at this time. DMO list 350 billion naira sukuk bond on NGX and FMDQ. All right, now we'll move on to the masthead. Now, Remi Tinubu advocates capital punishment for kidnappers. And over to you, Kemi. Let's take the Vanguard.
Saturday Vanguard says over 50 jets expected as Wigwe goes home today. His last hours, and residents of Isiokpo, his hometown, Mount Archian, the symbolic flag. Of course, the former bank executive who died, unfortunately, in a ghastly air crash will be buried alongside his wife and a first son. Today, scheduled to begin at around 10 a.m. In the meantime, mourners from USA, France, UK have landed in in River State for burial. Mothers in 3-day prayers, Ikwere local government to immortalize Mr. Herbert Wigwe. On hunger, more chaos on food supply, how focus on yam, cassava, not rice can rescue Nigeria, say experts. And 7 children taken from my household alone. Distraught mother speaks following the Kaduna school abduction. Why Tinubu signed executive orders on oil and gas sector. That's also on the front page of The Guardian. And millions of dollars trapped ahead of Hajj operations as Allen Onyema cries out for air, peace, and Asman Air.
All right, now we'll move on to Daily Trust this morning. Bandits open fire on worshippers in Kaduna, kill 2. All right, escaped Kuringa student recounts ordeal. Amnesty International demands safe release and return of abductees. Tinubu directs immediate rescue of Borno Kaduna captives. And Kano recyclers to rescue as forest crisis hits industries. All right, now, issues as National Assembly commences another 1 billion naira constitution amendments. Cost of living, uncertainty hits homes as Ramadan sets in. All right, on the masthead, we have live and times of Mr. Ibo.
Right. Another sad loss there. May their souls rest in peace. Next is Saturday Tribune. The big story there is captioned, Road Construction in Trouble as Bitumen's price soars by 150% in 7 months, 20 tons. It adds that August 2023 was at 854,000 naira, but as at March 2024, 20 tons of the same bitumen now stands at more than 2.008 million naira. Other stories: withdrawal of fuel subsidy still on course. Tinubu's advisor on energy says herdsmen kill 16 villagers in fresh Benue attacks. Kaduna Borno abducted victims will be rescued, says President Tinubu. First Lady goes on to add the kidnappers deserve death sentence. And Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga says we are plugging all leakages in our economy. There's also a report on the Tribune talking about how 24.7 million Nigerians in 24 states and the FCT face food crisis.
We move on now to Saturday Times, and the big story here says, Lent Ramadan, DSS cautions Nigerians of impending IED attacks. On Saturday Times this morning, and why kissing in movies a taboo for me, as Sabi Madaki there talking. All right, more stories on the front page of Saturday Time. We have 2024 International Women's Day. I want to be a woman as Nigeria's president. Men have failed. That's the PDP chairman they're talking. And that's all the stories we have there on the front page of Saturday Times.
Let's quickly check out the Nation newspaper. Kaduna abductions, bandits using pupils as human shields. That's according to sources, adding that security forces close in on abductors following Tinubu's order. Kidnappers are cowards, deserve death penalty, says First Lady Remi Tinubu. Education Minister pleads for safe return of students. 2 feared killed as bandits attack worshippers during prayers in Benin Gwari. Also, gunmen kill 4 police officers, 2 others in Ebonyi State. In Osun State, tension brews, it says, as chiefs, others boycott rights for new Ire monarch. Remains of Wigwe wife, son arrive hometown ahead of burial. And FG set to increase oil gas production with new investment climate. That's according to a presidential advisor.
All right, Saturday Tribune now. We have road construction in trouble as bitumen prices soars by 150% in 7 months. Right, I think we've taken that paper earlier.
Right, I think we're next. Let's check out Independent or Silent Times.
All right, Salient Times newspaper this morning. All right, more stories there. Nigeria recorded 1.4 trillion trade deficits in the 4th quarter in 2023. That's MBS. They're talking. 80-year-old man commits suicide in Lagos. Very pathetic. The police boss baby factory in Abia rescue 16 pregnant women, 8 children. And more stories there on the front page of the Salient Times this morning. You can get a copy and read through.
All right, there you have it now. All the stories all splashed there on the front page of the newspapers here in Nigeria. So many, of course, the issue of security is still paramount, still prominent in the papers, as you will see, obviously, there, as well as, you know, other developing stories.
There's this big story on the front page of the platform. Insecurity killings may trigger scarcity of husbands in Southeast.
I knew you would go there. I knew you would go there, but you know, that's also another interesting one that you would want to you to talk about. All right.